Jared, start out by giving us some basic information about the Red Cross.
Well, the American Red Cross is a humanitarian organization. It's an international organization that has separate branches in each of the 186 countries that's involved with. So the American Red Cross is based out of Washington, D.C., where our headquarters is located. The Cincinnati area region is covering 25 counties, all in Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky. So what we do is we provide services for disaster relief and providing preparedness education to all of the constituents in our 25 county region.
Anything specific about the types of disasters that you cover?
Any sort of disaster is considered something that puts people in a situation of suffering or in need. So it can be anything from a tornado, a flood, earthquakes, all the way down to a house fire. Most people don't realize that a disaster is also considered a house fire, because when somebody has a house fire, they lose everything, and it's absolutely devastating, and they need help, and so the Red Cross provides that help.
Okay. What some of the types of volunteer opportunities does the Red Cross offer?
Well, the Red Cross, going along with those services, provides volunteer opportunities. So within our disaster department, we have a team that responds locally, and the teams are based off of each county. So there's a team in Hamilton County, there's a team in Claremont County, and so on and so forth.
Tell us about the local disaster team.
Well, we have what's called our Disaster Action Team, or DAT. The Disaster Action Team is an on-call team going out to mostly house fires, helping the people that have been affected by both giving those immediate needs, making sure those are met, food, clothing, shelter. And also their second requirement is to help the firefighters, the first responders, by providing canteening service, so coffee and food, and keeping them going, because when you're on a house fire, it's at least a 3-hour commitment normally for the fire department. So they're hauling the hoses, and they really need kind of that extra help, and so the Red Cross is there to provide that. We also have presentations that we go out into schools, so we teach kids about fire safety, about tornado safety, about hand washing. Lots of different programs that we have all volunteer run, that they go out into the schools. They do these presentations. Some of them are based off of cartoon characters. Some of them are puppet shows, so that it connects with the kids and connects the safety information. Not only does the Red Cross provide disaster relief, another thing that was required when the Red Cross was formed in America was assistance to armed forces. So the Red Cross provides emergency communication to military members. This was something I had no idea about until I came to the Red Cross, but the Red Cross is the only organization that is allowed to deliver emergency communications to military members overseas, so that they know when they get that letter that so-and-so's had a baby, so-and-so's father died, that they know that they can act upon that message and know that it's true, because the Red Cross is the only organization that's allowed to fact check and make sure that that's a true situation that needs to be handled. So we have volunteers that work alongside our military caseworkers that work with these families, that make sure that these messages get held, and even attending when deployments happen for military members. The Red Cross wants to always be in their kind of in their thoughts, because they know that the Red Cross is there to help them. So we attend both deployments and homecomings. We like to see to be there when they need us, when their loved ones are going. They want to be here when they come back as well. So all of those different functions. There's even more volunteer opportunities, and if somebody comes up to me and has this great idea about something, I try and make it work and see what kind of opportunity we can come up with.
Talk about some ways that the Red Cross interacts with the community.
The Red Cross is not only volunteering on disaster and health and safety side, but we're also getting out to the community, letting people know about the Red Cross, knowing the volunteer opportunities, handing out safety information, helping people be more prepared. So we go out into the communities and door hanger about fire safety, about flood safety. We work with different community organizations by making agreements with them to use their churches, their community centers, in order to use as shelters when a disaster does strike. The Red Cross is working with these communities, making agreements with their churches, making agreements with community centers for when a disaster occurs, because it's not if, it's when.
Okay, and who can get involved with the Red Cross?
Anybody can get involved. We have opportunities for youth, for adults. So not only can adults volunteer, but youth can as well. We require that for certain opportunities you need to have a driver's license. For a lot of our disaster work, you need to be able to provide your own transportation in order to get out to these house fires to help these people that have been affected by disaster. And as well as some of our other opportunities aren't as stringent on who can be involved. We only require that for some of our office volunteers and other miscellaneous volunteers that they have a background check and go through the normal interview process.